Hi, I'm Professor Weathersby. This is, uh, we'll edit that out. All right. So if it's going for you, you just keep going though. Hi, my name is Professor Weathersby. This is our 2021 Spring Research Symposium. We have a research analysis on food apps, the usage during quarantine. All right, take it away, students.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Kyle. We'll be getting started right here. So because of widespread quarantine due to the COVID-19 pandemic, there was a surge in popularity of food delivery apps such as DoorDash and Uber Eats. We wanted to take a deeper look into the metadata for food deliveries by doing an online poll via social media. We polled our friends, family, and colleagues. Our goal is to search for some meaningful trends in the app usage data, and we want to find those trends and analyze them. And next, we're going to be talking with Eli.
Thanks, Kyle. Our objective is to discover the significance of people's usage of delivery apps and utilization per week in the past year. Our main points will be to observe the association between delivery time and grand total, and to find the frequency of how often apps are used in relation to participants' income level.
I'm Jonathan, and I'm going to talk about the procedure that we did. So we created a Google survey, and we came up with some questions that were designed to see people's food delivery app usage per week. So some of the questions were like, how many times did you use a food delivery app in the last week? How much was the average you spent? Questions like that. And we were able to get 86 survey respondents over a 24-hour period. And that's it.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yamini, and the first question that we investigated was, is there an association between cost of order and the average delivery time? As you can see from the tables, the average delivery time in our data was 32 minutes for an order, and the average grand total cost was $38.
Hi, my name is Eliona, and the first thing we did for this research question is we created two scatter plots, one with a regression line and one without. We used grand total as the x-axis and delivery time as the y-axis. We can see that the scatter plot on the left side has a weak positive linear correlation. The scatter plot on the right-hand side shows that the data strays from the regression line. We then found the correlation value. This was about 0.196. For both variables to be linearly correlated, the value would have to close to 1. But 0.196 is far from 1, therefore the variables grand total and delivery time are not correlated. At first we believed that there would be an association between the cost of order and the average delivery times. We believe that the higher the cost of the order would have a longer delivery time, and vice versa. But by looking at both the table and the graph, we can see that there is no association between cost of order and delivery time.
Our second research question was, is there an association between income level and app usage? From the table, you can see that the average income level for respondents in our survey was between $16 to $30 per hour, and the average app usage per week was about 1.
So to decipher whether or not there was an association between income level and app usage, we first looked at the data through a graphical lens. Firstly, we composited the information into a histogram. As you can see, we organized the data based on income level. So when you analyze the histograms, you can see that the data is concentrated between the 0 to 1 intervals. This tells us that regardless of income level, most respondents typically use their food delivery app 0 to 1 times. Additionally, further analysis shows us that the highest income level also had the highest fluctuations in usage. And these observations are also reflected in the corresponding box plot. You can see that there are some outliers present, especially for the highest income level. Additionally, you can see that the inner quartile ranges of each income level's box plot also differs. For instance, the lowest income level's box plot has the smallest inner quartile range. All of this tells us that there are some small differences in the data. However, it's not substantial enough. So after looking at the graphs, we were still unsure whether or not there was truly an association between income level and app usage. So we conducted an ANOVA test. After running that data, we found that the p-value was 0.19. And we compared that value with the alpha level of 0.05. As you can see, our p-value is substantially larger than our alpha level. When that's the case, this typically tells us that no association is present. Additionally, for good measures, we also conducted a Duncan test. Now, the Duncan test uses the different categories and compares the means for them. And you can see that in our Duncan test that it's all covered by one bar. When this is the case, this tells us that there's no significant difference. So taking this all into consideration, we concluded that there was no association between income level and app usage.
Oh, for our first, my name is Ethan, and I'll be talking about some of the observations we made and some of the reasons behind our results. For our first research question, we looked at the relationship between the cost of the order and the average delivery time. From our observations, we found that there was no correlation between cost of an order and average delivery time. The cost of the order doesn't directly affect the time the order would take. The average delivery time is largely dependent on the distance between the point of pickup and the destination. For our second research question, it can be seen that although there is a difference in the means for each income level, the differences between each mean are not significant enough to denote an association. Initially, we assumed that there was an association due to increased costs for food delivery using apps compared to normally. In fact, the likely factors contributing to the lack of association between the two variables has to do with the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. The regulations in place have resulted in an indiscriminate increase in delivery app usage, most likely due to convenience.
So in conclusion, there is no association between both questions. Our research project gave us an insight into the school populations, food delivery apps usage, and spending. It also gave us an idea about what the average spending cost is for people who spend money on food delivery apps, and the difference the cost is depending on the type of fast food. That's it.
All right, thank you to the research team, and there you have it. See you later.